Yo,
Hey, what's up?
not much. How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good.
Hey, nice, nice.
I actually just had a Falco Marth lesson, so this is my second today.
Oh, cool, cool. All right. It's my first lesson. I've never done like a lesson like this before.
Okay, so um, I kind of explained it on my page, but if you didn't read it or just as a refresher, I generally go through one VOD and we'll go like pretty in depth, just like analyzing situations, trying to pick out what's most important to work on. And then if you have a second VOD, we can go through
Hmm.
that as well.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
And you said you had a few questions. Do you want to do those first?
Uh,
Or do
yeah,
you?
sure.
Okay.
Let's see. I just have like a couple. My first question. So like, there's this option that I see like a lot of foxes use, and cheeks do it a lot too. They
Mm-hmm.
like run up and they shield, and I don't really know how to deal with it that well because I feel
Okay.
like a lot of times I'm trying to get a laser out, and then it just gets like power shielded right in my face, and I get grabbed.
You said that
But like
was
if I
Fox and Sheik.
mostly, I mean,
Okay.
like other characters sometimes do run up shield to me too. And like if I try to throw out like a zoning aerial, like it's usually like a high aerial, so like it just gets like shield grabbed or like Fox shines out of shield. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know like what to do, I guess.
So I think the big thing it does depend on like how exactly they're doing it. So, um, is it something they're doing like when you're lasering, or
It's
like
usually like when I'm trying to establish laser control for like the first time,
okay?
like they just run up shield
So they're
and
like
then
kind of going for a running power shield, but then even
yeah,
if they
like
don't get
that.
it, you're still like right in front of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like I don't know how to punish it because like in my head, like the thing that beats shield is grab, but like raw grabbing, like when they're running at me, doesn't seem like a good option.
I don't think it's necessarily that bad, but another alternative, especially versus Fox, is to do dash jump shine. That's a pretty good approach, especially even though it's just like a raw shine and it feels like maybe not very likely to hit. The main thing is that it's very difficult to punish, and then if you do hit it, then um, it's going to lead to a big combo. But like if they're just doing a run up shield, you might just like shine their shield and then double jump waveland away. So you wouldn't necessarily
Hmm.
get anything, but that's like a good mix up along with grab. And then other than that, I'd say you could also just sort of dash dance or space in a way where the shield isn't giving them an opening. So if you're like dash dancing when they run up and they shield, if you can like sort
Hmm.
of react to their spacing and then do like a late back air, maybe like you dash back a little and then do a late back air. I think
Okay.
that's pretty good because like that way, if they keep running at you, they run into the back air. But if they do like the running shield, or yeah, the running shield, then you're just getting like really frame positive pressure. Not actually frame positive, but they're getting shield pressured, and now they have to play like a mix up out of shield.
Okay. So when you do like the jump shine, like you're trying to intercept them before they shield.
Yeah, so you can either do it to catch them before they shield, or you can do it as like a read on their jump out of shield timing.
Okay.
Because usually
Makes
people
sense.
won't do if they do run up shield, they're doing it for some reason. They're not just going to do it and then wait. Um,
Hmm.
but if they do wait, then you're at least safe.
Okay.
But yeah, if
Yeah,
you
all
have
right.
like a specific example, it might be easier to say exactly what you should do. Because I think it depends a lot on how you're spacing before that.
Uh, um, Maybe not right now. I don't have like a
Okay, you can
quick.
just send it to me whenever.
Okay, cool. So then my next question, uh, I don't really know what to do in like a scrap or like scramble situation a lot of the times
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like, I mean, by that I mean like if I end up like really close to my opponent and we have like kind of equal frame advantage, um, but like we're both like right in each other's threat ranges, I don't know like what I should be doing because I feel like a lot of Falco's grounded options aren't that good, but I feel like jumping is like really slow. Like a lot of times I like find myself using dare, but it just gets like grabbed or something. And then Falco also seems kind of like slow to be dashing back if like Fox is like chasing me down. Like, so I don't really know what to do.
Yeah, so it
Well,
is kind of a mix up between like dashing away and then actually staying and fighting.
mm,
Or you can also do some retreats with like if you're shielding, just like roll. Roll is pretty hard to punish. They can't just like stand right next to you and also wait for the roll like every time, right? Because it's pretty risky for them to just stand there. Um, but like being able to crouch cancel shine or um, turn around up tilt really quick, those kinds of options can be good.
okay, so CC shine, turn around up till, or just like get out of the way,
Or what? Sorry, you cut out for a second.
or just get out of the way.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I
Oh,
tend to focus more on like retreating, and if I really think they'll chase me, then I'll do like similar to the late back air I said for like running shield. Because you can just cover them chasing you by just doing a late back air, and then it's like not only do they have to chase you, but they also have to end their run animation and then try to whiff punish the back air, which is really hard when you're drifting away. And you can also use
mm,
platforms um, to retreat. You don't always have to dash away. And you're correct that like jumping is like kind of slow, but it really just depends on the scrap and like the situation and the opponent's character.
right. You think it's like generally like a disadvantageous position like to fight in?
It really just depends, honestly.
Okay, that
I
makes
don't want to
sense.
generalize because there are situations, especially I think a big factor is percent. Like if you have the percent
Mm,
advantage, I think scrapping becomes way better. So like if Fox is at 150 and he wants to like try and spam hitboxes at me, I'm down to play that game.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. Um, all right. I think the rest of my questions are just kind of like Marth specific things, so like maybe will come up naturally. I
Okay.
don't know.
Yeah, and if you think of anything, just shout it out.
All right, so yeah, we can start the VOD analysis, I guess.
Okay. Let me make sure it's getting picked up. And you can see on your end, right?
Yeah, looks good.
Okay. So I'm just gonna watch for a bit just to get a sense for your general style.
Sure.
Nice. Like what I see so far. Laser and dash dance look good. Okay. Take laser fair is annoying. We can talk about that.
Okay.
Nice. Ah, okay. And you wanted to talk about edge guard specifically, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Normally I feel like pretty good against Marth edge guards, but like I feel like when I play like better Marths,
Yeah, the problem you're
I feel
having
like I
right
get
here
reversed a lot.
is the it's Marth's double jump is like the big thing. I think we can actually just go
Sure.
because I feel like I understand your style pretty well. Okay, so yeah, like I said, love the dash chance here. If you can, try to whiff punish this fair. So if it felt like you were ready to dash dance around it, but not whiff punish it. Does that make sense? It's like
You try to whiff punish with like grab or like
a nair.
aerial?
Yeah, a
Yeah.
nair. Or I mean, you could do like a running shine or like a dash jump shine, but that's like pretty hard to space in terms of distance. But like you dash dance around it perfectly, but then you just like I mean the laser wasn't even bad, but I'm just saying if you're dash dancing specifically to bait this fair or like to
Mhm.
avoid it, then you should take your whiff punish because you did earn it. and you're like even dashing in, everything's like perfect. You just have to actually be anticipating the fair so you can react in time. Because if you're just kind of dash dancing outside of his range, you can't just like raw react and then jump in. You have to be anticipating on some level because that'll improve your reaction time.
So like in this spot, I dash back, dash in air, just like as a read, basically. Or like
Not as a
I see
read.
him
Not as a
jump?
read. So you're anticipating it. So it's like a soft read in the sense that you're expecting it at a certain timing after your laser. So let's go back. So after you do this laser, you can anticipate the fair at a shield, and if you're wrong, there's not much Marth will do against it, right? Like, because you're
Right.
dashing back. So as you dash back at this time, and you're expecting the fair, let's say hypothetically, you're expecting the fair, and then you visually confirm the fair at this point, and you're like, okay, I can go in and attack him. And then you would nair in after, right here, like this dash, I would jump and nair right now.
Okay, so after like the first fair, you try to hit him.
Yeah, it has to be a rising fair. If he
You
doesn't
don't try to
nair, you're not
punish
going to be
like
able
a
to punish
falling
it.
fair.
Sorry?
You don't try to punish them like falling with the fair or doing like a second fair.
You can sometimes, but you dash dance perfectly around the rising fair. So, and that's the
Okay.
most common one you'll see out of shield. Usually Marths don't
Right.
jump out of shield and then do a single late fair. They'll do a rising fair.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So the positioning part, which is honestly the hard part, you got down. You just need to be a little more ready for it. And like I said, you don't need to react to every single one and try to whiff punish. You don't want to fall into that trap. So like what you did was fine, but I figured I'd mention it because that's, especially at 8%, like that's a juicy opening to get an air shine
Yeah.
on.
Probably had like already decided I was gonna laser again.
Yeah, so maybe just like having the laser as a backup. So you can even be thinking like, okay, I'm just going to do the laser, but at the same time, you're looking for that fair and you're ready to change your mind. You can think of it that way if that's easier. Okay. How do we end up in the corner? So Nair might not have been worth it just because of where you ended up. It's a tough call. Because you did it twice. Where
Snare.
Yeah, just because I don't like Nair there because you're not getting any punish off of it. And like he could CC grab. I mean that one was like versus shield. So if you can get like a throw, I think going for a grab there is pretty good. So like,
Okay.
let me see, what did he do? He did another good dash dance. So he does the retreating fair and then he just does run up shield. Okay, so this is actually exactly what you were talking about, right?
Yeah, I didn't even notice.
So
that
yeah,
you
I
did it,
think
but yeah.
I feel like you can just like grab people approaching. I know you can with Marth a lot. So like it happens a lot with against Marth where I'll just have them trapped with lasers, and as soon as I see any forward movement, I just grab. I'll either shine if
Really?
I can like confirm that they're on top of me, but usually they're not like at the perfect spacing, so I just grab. And that's
Okay.
just because he's doing a wave dash most of the time. I mean, this one was a run. But you can also just not do anything. Like if you continue dash dancing where you were, and as long as you're staying outside of that fair range, you're safe, right? So that's the other thing we didn't really talk about. We were talking about how to specifically counter shield, but a lot of the times you don't need to counter shield because like what did Marth gain by doing this? He's just giving you laser control, right?
I guess
If you
take
decide to
space.
just like dash dance here, you can react to the shield and be like, oh, okay, I'll just laser you then. And then like
Okay.
he's accomplished nothing.
I feel like I'm not good at reacting when Marth dashes in.
Mm-hmm.
So like I feel like I'm kind of like, even though I'm like lasering him, I feel kind of scared because like I don't react to changes in spacing that quickly, and so it's hard for me to just be like, oh, grab, like reaction.
So do you know what? Are you afraid of a specific option when you're lasering Marth? Like let's say you're just doing consecutive lasers in place over and over at like max speed. What would you be afraid
like-
of? Or is it just irrational?
I would probably be afraid of like them jumping over the first laser and then like drifting forward, like ferrying me.
Okay, so if you're afraid of that, you can shoot higher lasers. Um, that
Mm,
can actually be somewhat good when Marth's at close range and you don't think he's going to like go for a power shield. Because then if he jumps into that high laser, that gives you an opportunity to nair him out of the air. Or if you're not positioned quite right, this will lead into the take a laser fair that comes up right after this. Um,
okay.
do you ever feel like you laser Marth out of the air and then hit him for it?
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Okay. So you can see how if you do like low laser, high laser, maybe even anticipating the first one and getting power shielded. So low and then high. And then even if he power shields the first one, you're jumping over it with a high laser. And if he doesn't, maybe he just jumps out of shield trying to fair or nair you, and then you're hitting him out of the air. And then if he
Okay.
like does a wave dash forward, he doesn't really have a quick ground option he can do after wave dash forward. The most he'll get is like a wave dash forward grab or a wave dash forward up tilt. Both of which, like if you're just doing the laser, then you are landing with 4 frames of landing lag, and you can just shine or grab usually.
Okay.
That's like the general flowchart I go for. But then there's also always going to be like minor inconsistencies. So like maybe he doesn't wave dash exactly where I want him, in which case I'll just like do a small dash back into like backflip bear to just light pressure with aerials. Or maybe I back off a little and then dash dance. And he's still just like kind of left in no man's land because he's like within your immediate threat range of a shuffle, but he's outside of his fair range. And he's like
Huh.
and he's just wave dash forward, so he has like no real control.
Okay.
So
I think even if I'm not like afraid of like his immediate threat, I guess what I'm talking about is like all laser, he'll like dash in, get like hit by like another laser, and so like he didn't actually hit me, but like all of a sudden he's just really close to me, and now like he could hit me like
yeah,
the next
that's where
time.
I'll grab him if I'm shooting
Okay.
2 lasers
Can you?
consecutively. So you can't
Mm,
react to him dashing in after the first laser, but by the time the second laser hits and then he has all of that stun, I
huh.
want to say it's 12 frames of stun on a laser. So then, like, if you're reacting to him dashing forward, or like wave dashing forward between the lasers, that's like multiple frames right there plus the 12 of the laser. Um, so like that's enough to react with a shine or grab. That's where I'm talking about reacting. So you might just
Okay.
not be reacting to the forward movement, and
Hmm.
you're just like getting spooked because you're sort of like not looking for it maybe.
Okay.
And you have to keep in mind like what are his alternatives? They're usually to like zone in place or retreat. So it's not like you have anything to be afraid of other than like immediate threats on the ground. Or like the jump over, like you said. That is something you have to worry about. Um,
Okay.
either with like the highlights or just like different spacing. Because that's the other thing is if you just adjust your spacing at all, suddenly whatever plan you had is just completely thrown out of whack. Whereas you adjusting your spacing doesn't really hurt you much because you have a laser. So you can always like take stage back pretty easily as long as you have that control the whole time. And then
Okay.
another thing you could do is just actually, if you're in the corner like this and you get a laser on him as he like tries to move forward, then you could just cross him up. So like the cross ups you did before were totally safe. It's just that they put you in the corner. So
I feel like I get hit a lot when I do a cross up. Like they'll like
yeah, well this one's
air or bear
really
out of
early.
shield.
So I wouldn't do it so early that you're like getting hit by anything because he could like wave dash chipper this too.
Yeah, that happens too.
Yeah.
Or
So
I don't
like
know what I should do after I cross them up. Because like I think my instinct is like run at them again, but then sometimes they like just wave dash the other way in F smash.
I like my preference is to dash away and set up laser control. So like
Okay.
anytime I have the opportunity to set up laser control in this matchup, I usually prefer that. Um, and then like once I've established that as my default, uh, if I anticipate something specific, then I'll go for an attack. So let me see if there's an example. Okay, let me go back to the first scenario you did that crossed up. The first one got like punished by the fair. So like this
That
one
just means I'm doing it too early.
Yeah, I mean you're doing it rising, and it's also like it's a good call out if you think they're going to jump, but other than that you're not getting anything, and potentially you're getting punished if they are like just down holding. But like imagine he didn't get hit by this one and he was shielding like right here, and also imagine you were like naring into center stage. So if you have like more room, you can just like retreat with the laser. Even here, I think you retreat with the laser. Yeah. So you could do something like that. But you'd only want to do the cross up if it's putting you in center stage anyway.
Okay, but like, let's say I was trying to like catch a jump. Like, do you still think it's like just a bad option that I chose?
No, I think it's just a read you're making at that point. And it's like,
Okay.
you could see that it's reasonably safe. I mean, like, if you did your first aerial just even slightly more delayed, like, you have to delay it based on how you're spaced, too. So, like, so he did this. So this is like the spacing we're working with, right? So if you do an immediate aerial, you're kind of like hitting him right here. If you were point blank with the laser and you were like there, then I think this early nair is like way better because you end up over here. Like your feet are landing here as opposed to here. So you can see how close you were to his original shield spot. And that's just because you jumped from further away.
If I'm that close, I can just grab though, right?
Yeah, you could. It would be if you're
You think
reading a
that's
jump.
better? Okay.
I'm sorry?
I was just wondering what you thought would be like better, like when I land like a close laser like that.
When you land the close laser.
Like, is it better to go for like a grab or like try to cross them up, or it just like depends on what you're
So you
reading?
can go for the grab, it's more reliable, but you don't get as much damage as if you get a near read. So that's like the trade-off. And I'd say there also are times where like it's ambiguous how close you are. So like just because you're at this distance doesn't mean you have to choose right away. So like maybe I said it in a weird way. So like just because jumping right away here, so like you did dash jump nair, right? You could have dashed a little further and then done the nair, right? Even
Yeah.
at this, and I mean, at this range, I think grab is good, but at the same time, it's not going to be as good as if he does like, let's say he tries to auto cancel nair. I'm not 100% sure you get the grab in time, right? Especially if he shields the laser. So if he shields the laser and he's going for a nair out shield, well then your nair call out would be really good there, whereas the grab would probably get you counter hit.
Okay.
So it really depends on like what you're expecting from him.
Do you think cross up dare has any utility here?
It can. Again, it depends on what you're expecting from them. So if you don't think they'll jump, and you want to go for a read on that, you can. But I think most Marths would shield here. And it's actually a habit I have that I wish I did less. I do a lot of like cross up dares when they're just shielding on the ground, and I'm like, well, that was useless to just down air at him because like, of course he's going to shield if he stays on the ground. Because he's at this range, he's almost always worried about an approach, right?
Yeah.
So he's either going to like try to dash back to avoid it, or maybe roll. But other than that, he's going to shield. If he's not like jumping to stuff you or like getting out of the way, he's going to shield most of the time.
Could he like jab?
Maybe. I don't think so. I think his jab is kind of slow.
Okay.
I can check the frames on it real quick. Yeah, it's frame 4, so one of the slower jabs. And it also like starts kind of low. I guess it wouldn't matter for neutral, but
So you're saying the grab would get there first, or the aerial?
It depends on how you land and everything.
Okay.
So yeah, there's not going to be like one answer. Okay. So yeah, a lot of the stuff in this matchup is heavily dependent on spacing and like the timing of your lasers and how quickly they're reacting and all of that. It all comes into play. So like right here, you hit him with the laser as he's jumping, and it's like the fact that he's not very high off the ground. That means you can, so like you're at a far distance where he can fare, right? And then he's not very high off the ground, so he has a very predictable fare timing right here. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like if he's up high, you don't know if he's going to fare right away or fare late. But because he's like hit so low, you can reasonably predict that he'll fare right away, if at all. So he could just like empty land and dash away. So this would be a position where you either want to like laser more and continue pushing him back on the ground. You can play the ground versus ground game, or you can try to whiff punish. So you could try to dare his forward air, just like dare it directly. You could dash dance as like a stutter step to do a timing mix-up on him. So like maybe he does the fair and then he does an up tilt after, and if you dash dance around that, you hit him. Or maybe he does fair into shield, and then you initiate shield pressure. Or you could do an approaching laser. So like if he does fair into shield, you get really good pressure, and if he does dash back, then your laser catches him retreating. So there's a ton of different options you have, but they have to be influenced based on what you see the Marth doing.
Okay, so you're not directly punishing the fair, but you're trying to punish
you can,
what he does
because
after
if he just does fair into like maybe he tries to move forward to call out a laser. So like if he thinks you're going to laser, because the last few times you were in the scenario you just kept lasering, he might try to dash attack you. Or maybe you could try to if he does the fair and you try to whiff punish and he up tilts, the up tilt might not come out in time, depending on the spacing and how quickly you whiff punish. So like, you can just look at his fair. So, you have to like space outside of that, and then he lands 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So like, frame 9, he's already shielding. Mm-hmm. So it's not a ton of time to punish him, but then he has to do something. So in this case, he shielded. So that means you probably could have like with punish with a grab, but it's really just going to be very player and situation dependent.
Okay.
Oh no, just barely. Okay. So you throw him off stage. Love that. Love the ledge grab. I'm fine with the ledge hop bear. Although if you're doing this to stuff the double jump, you want to drop down like further and then do like a rising back air that like kind of goes a little further out. But I mean, this is fine because now you're forcing the up B. That's really where you're gonna get most of your edge guards, is from forcing the up B. I would say you can even just like land closer to ledge at this percent, because it's not like the up B will like knock you away. You can just start holding down and down smash the up B.
Like you go for like a CC down smash?
Yep, like as soon as you see him go too low to grab ledge, you're like, oh, okay, I scared him away from double jumping to ledge. I'd be landing like right here from the back air and then just trying to go for the down smash. Because like that's all he has left is a down smash.
But if he just like sweet spots though, is there nothing I can do?
I don't think he can sweet spot around down smash.
Oh really?
I'm not sure, but it's exceedingly rare if it's possible. Because I think his arm just like extends upwards, so I think it actually is just impossible.
Oh, okay.
So like, see how his arm goes up? I mean, it's hard to tell right here because he's not by the ledge, but we can look at it. I think his like ledge grab, it's like his head or something. So his arm sticks up above it, I'm pretty sure. But if you're really worried about that, then you can after this back air, you can backflip onto the ledge. That's another good option. So like,
See, sometimes I try that, but then I get clipped, and then like I die because they like jump and up air me, and then F smash me.
they up air you. Do you mean up
Like
B?
after I get hit by the up B, I'm kind of like popped up, and then they like jump.
Okay, yeah, you
ledge
just don't
up
want to
air.
get hit by the up B. I mean, it's a 50-50.
Okay.
But like them doing the early up B means it's just the easiest down smash on the planet, right?
Right.
So maybe just start with the down smash first, and I only go for the like backflip if I think they're sweet spotting, or if I'm at a percent where like at 38, there's no up B that would like kill you or anything. If you go
Right.
for the backflip.
Okay.
Okay, so right here, he has to air dodge, I think. Yeah. So whenever, sorry,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you definitely want to grab whenever they can like double jump to ledge or air dodge to ledge or stage. So like your main goal here, because you know he's gonna like probably try to double jump. So if you grab ledge and do that ledge hop bear, then you can just like prevent him from getting back for free, and then force him to do that up B again. So that's kind of like how the flowchart works for edge guarding Marth. Is you're like block the double jump to ledge or like the air dodge on the stage, and then force the up B, and then hit the up B, and just like make him do all the defensive stuff with his up B.
Yeah. Probably just misjudged. I thought he was too low.
Mm-hmm.
Air dodge.
Well, you probably saw that he couldn't double jump to ledge, and you thought, okay, I'll just shield hug.
Yeah.
Nice. Was that actually what we talked about? Okay, so it's not exactly the same, but you can see like you reacted to this laser hitting him. So you did. You're just doing laser control. He's just giving up stage. Notice that, first of all. He's not approaching you. He did a nair and then retreated, and then he shields the laser. So you lasered as he moved forward, right? This is like what Marth's life should feel like. It should be miserable for him, where he does this nair, shield. Oh, let me try and move forward and hit this Falco. And then you do a laser, and you're just like, oh, I'm right on top of him. He's in laser stun. So you could have just like grabbed right there or shined. But you didn't react quite fast enough. But you still, even with that, like you still do this space bear, and you could see that he didn't really have many options once he wave dashed into it. So again, at full speed, hit bear. So you just want to like focus on when your lasers are, like you have to be paying attention to Marth, and trust that he'll hit your laser if he tries to move. So like maybe it's hard to tell like there, but then like at this point you have to recognize that this is a wave dash forward, and you know this laser is going to hit, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, shine. 13, 14, 15 if you want to be generous. 15 frame reaction time is pretty easy. So you can do that.
Okay.
And you can even like listen for the sound of the laser hitting, if that helps. I'm a very audio-based reaction player, so like the audio cues really help me out. And the laser sounds different when it's like hitting someone versus their shield.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it has that like damage sound. So let me hear.
What's that?
So do you hear the like click when it hits? So listen to it hit his shield.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I know like that there's like a difference, but I never knew you could like react to the sound.
I think I just do it instinctively. But yeah, I use audio reactions for stuff. And just barely missed. Okay.
Do you think
love
the
that.
Firebird stall was bad where I got killed?
Let me see. Okay, yeah, that's another position you should have done the ledge hop bear.
Just bear right away.
Yeah, because like, see, let me see. So just think about what you would do if your goal, if your entire goal in this edge guard was to prevent him from double jumping a ledge, right? Imagine that's your only goal in life right now. So you grab ledge, he's right there.
Oh,
You could probably just jump out and hit him, honestly, but that is a little
okay.
risky because of like air dodge. Um, so like if you don't want to do that, you at least want to like back air right here and force him to stop his drift. Like make him stop his drift right here. Because you can see like even if you did the back air here, like he would probably wouldn't be able to get this close, and he definitely wouldn't be able to double jump to the ledge.
Okay. But that was a different time.
Wait, what do you mean?
And it's like I get killed on the next one. I was wondering about that one too.
Right. Yeah, I was just saying in general because
Right
like
here,
the
yeah.
only reason you fire stalled was because you let him get so close. So
Okay.
so you grab here, and then you actually could, if you ever get in this situation where he's like double jumping right next to the ledge, you can do a ledge stand, just to hog for the rest of your duration. Because you don't want this. Like as soon as you're in this situation, you could potentially die, no matter
Right.
how good your counterplay is going forward.
Okay.
And then again, like
There,
you can see
there.
that even if the back air wouldn't hit, you're just scaring him from doing this. That's like what we're actually worried about is the double jump.
Would you
So
like drop low bear in this
yeah,
spot?
you would drop in. You can sort of like drop with back, so you go out as far as possible, then double jump back air back towards stage.
Okay.
And like depending on the timing, maybe they do like a tricky side B that messes up your timing a little, and they do get the ledge, but then you can like land on stage from back air and dash away before they clip you. So
At
like
least
you're
I'm
not
not
going to have a
damaged.
100% success rate with blocking the double jump, but that should be your main goal.
Yeah.
Nice. Though I will say you could have done run up down tilt. Just a small
Yeah.
little optimization. Like around 120, 130, Marth will start dying to down tilt. Okay.
My laser just didn't come out.
Yeah, so you can see like if it did come out. So this is the situation you brought up before. He's jumping over your laser. Well, he didn't quite get over it, but like imagine if he did, like you could dash dance around. See laser. So even if that laser came out and then he does the dash forward, if this one comes out, you definitely see how you can punish him, right? Because he's
Like,
literally like
just
dashing
grab
right
him.
into you.
Yeah.
So that would give you like 8 frames. You'd be +8 because they have like 12 frames to stun, and then you have 4 frames of landing lag. So +8, maybe like conservatively, just say you're like +5. Well, if you're +5 and Martha's just right in front of you, what's he supposed to do? Like he doesn't have a winning situation.
hmm
Oh no, that was your chance.
Am I supposed to get out of that somehow?
Yeah, I would have done a B right there because like he might have just hit you up again, but like it's anything's better than falling into this. You could even like
Okay.
side B because it's like kind of hard for Marth to chase. But I mean, I wouldn't
Like
expect you to
side
do
B
that.
shorten.
Wait, what?
Like shorten side B.
Yeah, if you were too far, I can't tell.
Maybe, I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, you're gonna die to Marth combos. This. I guess the only other thing I would say is try to DI above the middle of the side plat. So that was like your best chance to escape right here. Is so like right there, if you DI up here, then he can't get the follow up that he gets here. So you see like he's doing this up air, but if you're over here to get the up air, he can't follow up. So like if you were here, maybe even from here you could do it, but like imagine you DI full away on that one. I don't think he gets the follow up. So
That makes
that's I
sense.
usually try to DI away from the top. Like I DI to the top plat, but I do it in a way where that if he does another up air, I can DI full away and escape. So
Uh,
that's kind of what you want to be thinking. And I know it's not like um, very black and white. It's very ambiguous as to like where that spacing is. So it's like right here, this DI he's gonna get no matter what. Even if you full DI'd, he might do like the Ken combo. So you don't want to do it there. But once you're at like, so this up air, obviously if you DI'd that one, you'd get out. But that was a weird one because you thought you would down air. So like this one for sure, I would look to DI away. Because like I don't see a way he gets the punish from that. Maybe
okay.
he gets a fair. So yeah, you could just keep DIing towards the center to play it safe, and then as soon as you're high percent, like DI off to the side.
Okay.
Oh, I hate that.
I don't know why he just F smashed.
He tried to drop through fair probably. Okay, so you
Oh.
did the drop down laser. Good, you got him cornered. Okay, be careful with that approaching laser. Just because a lot of Marths will just dash through you.
Okay.
Okay, so the main shield pressure I do versus Marth is Shine Grab and Wave Shine. I think Shine into aerial is like super bad in this meta, and it kind of just doesn't work anymore. Like, it's so rare that you hit anyone with this. And then even if you hit this one, he's at 17. So like, it's probably not going to link into a Shine anyway. So like, Shine Grab was really your only option here. So like,
Okay.
an important thing to know about, I mean, I'm sure you've had this happen where you like, you shine Marth right here, and then you try to wave shine back, and you just get a shield grabbed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that happen to you? I don't know. Maybe you don't do wave shine very
I don't
often.
really go for that option. Yeah.
Okay, so
I can
Marth's
imagine.
shield grab comes out in front of his body pretty far. So if you wave shine through him, then he sort of gets Roy zoned, and you end up behind him, and it's a really good position for Falco. And it's also nice because if the shine ever hits, then you're like wave shining in the correct direction to follow up. So that's how you want to use wave shine if you're facing towards him, because like during your jump squat and your wave dash, this is what your head looks like. So your head leans forward. So if you ever wave shine away while facing towards Marth, he's gonna grab your head as you like slide backwards. Whereas if you wave dash forward, you can see like there's no like part of your body past this angle, so it's very easy to dodge his grab going through him. Now if you're facing away from Marth, like you have your back to him, then wave shine away is going to be the preferred option, and wave shine through would get your head grabbed. So you can do that.
Do you know like how many I was gonna ask, do you know how many frames of like leniency you have to like if they grab like
It'll depend on
technically
the
like
wave dash angle. So like the more task your wave dash angle is, like the harder it is for him to shield grab. And it also depends on the initial spacing. So like right here, you're like so far on top of him that there's no chance you're wave dashing back. But that also means wave dashing forward is super free. Like you could even just do like a short
Okay.
hop. You wouldn't even have to wave dash.
Okay. What also what do you think of like double shine pressure?
I don't like it versus the human characters because what happens a lot. I mean, like right here it would work. So there's two factors. One is that it just the second shine might just whiff because Marth, Sheik, and Falcon are all like pretty thin, and like a lot of the time when you're shining their shield, it's only hitting because they have a shield bubble. Whereas if they shield grab between the shines, like they just dodge around it and then grab you after. You've probably had that happen as well. And that's just because does Marth shield grab here? I can't remember what happened. Oh no, he did that. Okay. Well, if he shield grabs, he like pulls back to like get ready to grab. Let me
I
see if I
see.
can find an example. I know he grabs you right here. Okay. So there's one. So like imagine he's in shield. So like his shield bubble goes out to here. So you think you can shine like right here and pressure. But then he'll do like a shield grab. And he does like this pullback. I guess it's not a oh there it is. That one frame where like he really pulls back. So like you can just get unlucky and get shield grabbed. And then and also like power shielding will mess it up. So if they power shield your first shine somehow, or if they light shield, like there's so many things that can go wrong. And then even if you get the double shine, like first of all they usually just hold shield anyway. So like if they hold shield and you don't get a grounded double shine, then you're like double jumping above Marth, and that's for sure bad. And then even if the double shine hits, it's like you're not confirming that into anything anyways. So it's like, I think it's just the odds are so stacked against you that I don't do it anymore. And
So what would you do to cover like a roll?
So here I would probably just go for the shine grab, and if they roll, then you can still like re-engage before, like you'll have frame advantage at least. The other option is like you can wave shine through. I don't like doing that in the corner, but if you really think they're gonna roll in, you could do it. Or you could wave shine back, just like hoping they don't grab you.
Yeah.
Let me think. What else? I mean, you could go for the double shine, trying to hit it, but let me think. What else would I do? Yeah, I think I would just go for the read if I really felt that strongly that they would do it. You could do shine into laser pressure. So like shine, jump straight up, and then laser. And then if they roll, then you have even more frame advantage to punish and chase. So you're probably not getting a true punish on the roll in here, which is why Marth will do it a lot. But if they get too predictable, then I just wave shine, I think.
Okay. Then one more question. Do you ever try to like shine grab, but then they light shield and then your grab like misses?
Yeah, that can happen. But
What would you do in that circumstance?
I mean, you just get shield grabbed. I mean, there's not really like that's just good counterplay by them. But like,
But if they're like always like if you're expecting the light shield, then what would you do?
if I'm expecting the light shield on my shine,
Yeah.
then I would just wave shine towards them and just pressure with shines over and over.
So
they have the
can't
extra
grab you
shield
because
stun.
they're okay.
I guess it would depend exactly on how much they're light shielding. But I think if they do like a proper light shield, trying to like actually slide away, I feel like you can usually just like then you could actually do shine into aerial pressure, and like they're getting pushed away, or you can do shine into laser. That's really good for beating light shield.
Okay.
It's not something I see too often. So, and like when I do see it, I generally see the light shield, and as soon as I see that, I start like just attacking like a crazy person. Because every time Marth does it, I like take out half their shield with like 2 aerials, and then it's just like even if I don't get a hit, like they have no shield for the next 10 seconds.
Yeah, you can like
You can just
shield
play
poke
like a
in there.
monkey, because you're just like I can just do early down airs now, like.
Yeah.
Not exactly, but like you can almost get there.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so you got him to back off. This is perfect. Laser, laser. I feel like you're giving him too much respect with this dash. I mean, he does do the late fair, so this is the thing I said. It is rare, but he did it, so it's good to know.
So what do you think I should have done there?
I think you can either see the jump and like call out the late fair, which is hard, but I think what you did was fine. Just space around it with the laser.
Keep
The
lasering.
problem is your lasers aren't coming out, I think. Because like you should have hit him right here, and then that's a confirm. So I
Okay.
think that's what makes it look
Um,
weird.
and then also you said like dash dance. Maybe I was giving up too much space. So like, would you just shoot consecutive lasers? Like, what's the alternative?
So you could do. I mean, I really liked the lasers you were doing. It was more so the fact that the last one didn't come out. Um, like there are a few times where it feels like you give up too much space. But like if he's gonna
Hmm.
do the short hop forward late fair, you either have to call it out or respect the full range. So I think I would usually be like calling this out. Like if I see this jump, I think I like go in at this point because I
So
would
just like
like
up.
if he's this high in his jump and he hasn't aerialed, um, I'm probably expecting late fair, so I decide to like proactively cut it off. But it is a read, so it's just like a
So you're
timing
saying
mixer.
you would see him jump and then just immediately like nair at him.
Yeah, because I'm already looking for the fair out of shield, right? So let me see around when I would react. So I want it to be realistic. Oh. So probably this frame, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Hmm.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-ish. So that's like being pretty generous. Then I'd like maybe go for a dash jump shine or a back air if I'm just like dash dancing right here. Or maybe I like just run in trying to CC shine the fair. You have a lot of like aggressive options, or you could actually go for the nair, and that's frame 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, you would have lost if you tried to nair on reaction. But like you also don't have to react to the jump. You could just look at the spacing and decide it's a good bet. So like right there, maybe you think like, oh, he always does an aerial out of shield at this spacing, and you could just nair in. Like spacing it so that if he just shields, then you're fine. But I mean, I think what you did was like probably preferable to anything else. It was just that this laser didn't come out and like it ruined your pressure.
Oh, okay. What are your go-to options like after you get power shielded? Like
uh,
dash back or like
yeah,
aerial
dash
or
back is what Mango does, so that's what I've been using a lot recently. Another one is F tilt. That can be like surprisingly good. So like if let me see if it would have worked here. So you get hit. You're actionable like now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, you would have just like kicked him in the
yeah.
face and like it just protects you and it's pretty hard for him to like power shield, wave dash like straight down and then dash dance with punish and F tilt. Like that doesn't happen really. Definitely could.
Yeah.
And you could get like tippered maybe, but you're at 16. But
It's
I
yeah.
prefer dashback. That's what I use most of the time. And then like as I
I
do the
I think
dashback, sorry, go
yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
I was just gonna
A lot
say,
of times I okay,
real
go
quick, I
ahead.
was just gonna say as I dash back, I'll like empty short hop back, and then if I see him go for like a running down tilt or dash attack, then I'll back air him in the face. So I'll just sort of like cover my retreat that way, and then maybe like laser instead if he doesn't.
Okay. I feel like yeah, I was gonna say a lot of times I try to dash back and then I either get like dash attacked, like wave dash F smashed, or like they just like
Yeah, that's just
dash
them
like
reading.
jump in the air.
So like if they're dash attacking after this, like you can see how they're just like dash attacking right here. So if you just did an attack or like shielded or literally anything other than running back, you would just avoid it. The other thing that's really helpful here, you could do the dash back after the power shield, but like after the laser hits you. So do the
Mm,
dash back, but then also shield before a dash attack would hit you. So like by
okay.
doing the dash back, you're dodging the grab, and then by doing the shield, you're protecting yourself from the dash attack. So that's
Okay.
like a really good way to cover both options. And obviously they could like see your dash back and maybe grab further, but that's pretty rare because they're trying to
Yeah.
like usually grab where you're currently at, assuming that like you
Okay.
shield on reaction to the laser.
Sounds good.
And then, I mean, on Battlefield, you could just like give up the ground and just go to the platform, like just dash full hop away or something crazy. But I'm not a huge fan of that. I prefer to stay on the ground versus Marth, even if I can like
Hmm.
work my way back down. Like I'd rather not have to. Plus, I think um, if a Martha is down to like dash attack like that, I'm down to like just dare him in the face and take my massive pillar combo. Because
Right.
the problem I normally have against Marths is they don't give me any openings. So when they're like willing to throw out F smashes or dash attacks, they're like annoying, but at the same time, once I'm ready for them, then it's like a good opportunity.
What about when they just uh dash jump nair at you? Like how do you really beat that?
So like in this situation, after the power shielded laser,
Yeah, like any time where I'm trying to like
they shouldn't be able
reestablish
to
laser
catch up to
control,
you.
I feel like
Because like he doesn't fly through the air like Falcon would. So like if it were Falcon,
yeah.
I'd understand why like retreating laser would get hit by Nair. But first Marth, that shouldn't be the case.
Okay.
So yeah, just like retreating laser would beat that, um, or just like calling it out preemptively. That's like the only real
Yeah.
way you're gonna beat Nair directly is by like calling it out, or like sometimes you can Nair against his Nair and hit in between the hits, or like back air in between the hits. But
Okay.
other than like just beating it head to head, you have to really just get out of the way and laser. You can shield it because I find a lot of Marths do bad nairs on shield. So like if he was like doing a nair right here and you shielded, I say most of the time you can like get your shine out and either hit him or like he's forced to shield himself. So that can be pretty good as well.
I feel like a lot of time like the back of my head gets shield poked a lot, so
Mm-hmm.
I should just be like angling my shield like up, right?
So you're dashing away into shield or something, or you're saying you're dashing forward
Um,
and then angling your shield too far.
I feel like either one.
Yeah, I mean, I just try not to angle my shield when they're nearing me, but I
Yeah, it's because I'm angling it forward, so then like the back of my head
that's
is
probably
exposed.
the reason. But you could also light shield. That's something I've wanted to try versus Marth more. Is just like light shielding is spaced aerials, because I think maybe you just like
Mm.
get pushed away and can laser, but maybe not, because you do have pretty bad frame advantage. But yeah, I think just like angling your shield a little more with a little more awareness, or just light
Okay.
shielding. Yeah.
Okay, I guess I have another question. So,
Hmm.
if Marth like aerials your shield, what do you do afterwards?
It
If he
depends on
just
how
like
he
late
aerials.
fares or something.
Sorry, what did you say?
If it's just like a late spaced fare,
A late spaced fair. Wave dash back is pretty good.
then just try to like laser.
Yeah, just to like set up the laser, or if you think he's gonna come in right after, then you can call him out with some forward attack, either like a
Okay.
down air in place or an approaching down air. It feels like you're worried about Marth approaching a lot, but I feel like this Marth hasn't approached much at all.
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Do you get that sense
Well, I
that you
feel
feel like
like
he's approaching a lot in what we've seen so far?
I feel like one problem of mine, at least maybe not in this game, but just like against Marth in general, is when I try to establish laser control, like they just run up and hit me. And
Yeah, no, I mean that's definitely a thing, and you just have to. That's like footsie's 101, where like they're just calling you out for trying to like retreat and or shoot a projectile. So those are just situations where you need to like either block their move and then punish them, or stuff them. And I think both are pretty easy versus Marth's toolkit. Like if you block his dash attack, I think I just went over it with the last student. And it was like 14 frames to, or like, um, I want to say it was like a 14 frame window to wave dash shine him or something. That doesn't sound right, but it was like a pretty big window.
like if you shield and then he hits you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because like his dash attack's pretty laggy on shield. Um,
Mm.
Marths don't like doing down tilt in this matchup because if they get down air, they're just getting destroyed. So
Mm.
either try stuffing them or blocking. Or you can just like always just maneuver out of the way. So like maybe if you think he's gonna read your retreat with a dash attack, then just like dash towards him, right? He can't
Another
cover
problem
everything.
actually is like I'll get out the laser, but it'll be like a low laser, and then like, they jump over and aerial me. Like in that situation.
Right. So you're probably just lasering too close there then.
Mm.
So
Okay.
I try not to start lasers close to Marth, just because it's risky. Like the one exception being if they're already in shield and I think they won't do an aerial out of shield, then I might do a laser on top of them. But uh, that's almost like they're so likely to do a wave dash out of shield in either direction that it's almost like the laser never gets punished.
Okay. Actually, can I send you like a clip and you can tell me like if it was like a bad laser?
Yeah, sure.
Um, I make like little like actually I don't know. I might have to
You can just screen
let me
share it
like
to me
up
if you want.
um okay, I'll do that. Share screen. Do you see my screen?
Let me see. Do I have to disable mine? I guess I do. Sorry, I left the
It's
call.
working.
uh, I see it spinning. I don't see
It's
anything
like
showing.
loading.
There's just like a little loading icon.
Huh.
Are you playing something?
Stop. Let me try again.
Okay.
Wait. It says your stream is still running? Wait, what? I don't understand. All right, maybe I'll
Maybe you're
send it to you later,
streaming.
I
Oh, I see
guess.
it. I see it.
See my screen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So I have this video. See, okay, this time I came down from like the platform with the laser,
Yeah, that's great. So you just
and
didn't
just like
react to what Marth was doing.
I should have seen
Yeah,
him
like go
running
back.
at me, or
So you're doing this laser. You could see him jumping already, right?
uh-huh.
So like the low laser is fine because the way I think of the low laser is you're forcing him to jump.
Okay.
So like the low laser did its job. It controlled the ground and forced Marth to leave the ground. But then you weren't ready to punish what you forced out of him. So like if you scroll back a little to when like you could have reacted.
Mm.
So like you
So
see him
like
like at this
here.
point you 100% know he's going over it, right?
Okay, yeah.
So you could either call him out with a nair right here, thinking like, okay, he's
Mhm.
not going to do an early fair probably, or you could space around it with another laser as he lands and then pounce on his landing. Um, you could run up and shield, run up and crouch cancel. So you have all the world is your oyster once you force him to jump. You could even I don't know if you have time, but maybe shoot another laser that's high, like we talked about before. I don't think you have time at that point,
It looks
but
like I went back into jump squat and then got hit. So
yeah.
yeah.
But it looked like
Uh,
it looked like you were not ready at all for him to be going over your laser. Whereas I feel like
So that's just
if
like
I
a
saw that, I would be so ready to punish his fair as he comes down.
okay. So that's just like a reactable situation. I have
Yeah.
one more that's like similar. So this is like the same game. So I'm
hmm
like this far away, laser, and then
Oh
he
wait,
just
go
like
back.
mirrors at
Sorry,
me.
the frame rate wasn't that good.
I'll just keep playing it.
Can you do slow mo
Oh, I can like
or just like scroll through slowly?
So I
Uh,
laser. He's like naring at me. So I should react and shield here or
yeah.
something.
At the very least, you need to be shielding here. Yeah. I mean, you're in the corner, so you don't have much to work with. Even with that, like
Mm,
if you had done run up shield, because you saw like you ran all the way into like his feet. So if you had shielded there that frame before you got hit, that's a easy shine out of shield.
okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm just really bad at reacting, I guess.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm just not ready to
I
react
think
to
you're
that.
not ready, because like it feels like
Mm,
you're like already doing the option after, and you're like starting your options so early that you're not even giving yourself a chance to react. That's what it seems like,
okay. That makes sense.
and that's sort of like what we saw earlier in this game too, right? Where like you hit the laser and then you're just not really like ready to take advantage. So it's happening both defensively and offensively when you're lasering. Can you see
Okay.
my stream? You may have to
Um,
click on my logo or something.
oh, uh, okay, it's working now, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I think I struggle with like getting down when I'm above Marth on like platforms.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know how to like get
Did
down
that just come
safely.
up, or did you just randomly think of it?
Here I was like shielding above him, and he was below me on the side platform, um, on the left side. Second.
Okay, let me.
So like I'm
So yeah, you
here.
have to shield this, so that's fine. Okay, you just shield dropped into him. So yeah, you had. How do I want to phrase it? So like after he does this, the one thing you
Hmm.
don't want to do. Okay, well I don't want to say that. Whatever you do out of shield here needs to be spaced around his immediate options. So like, take like or if he lands and does turnaround up tilt, that like is protecting
Mhm.
this whole space, right? But then you're
Yeah.
just like shield dropping towards him at a range where he can't get hit. So he could like up tilt you, he could dash chance grab you, he could dash back side B you, he could just shield and your aerial like is gonna push him towards center anyway. So I think it's better to um, there's a few options you can do. Wave dash forward. If you think he won't like attack right here, of course he does a up smash trying to up tilt. Um, so like in this situation it wouldn't work, but you can do wave dash off, especially when you're closer towards the inner edge. You can wave dash off
Hmm.
and either like come down with the laser or double jump to top plat. You can wave dash off the back and laser there. You can actually like land right on the edge. That's what I like doing a lot because Marths are very
I tried to
unlikely.
practice that actually, but I kept.
Yeah, so
Sorry,
the
yeah, I
trick
was
is
trying to
like,
practice that actually, but it's really hard. Yeah.
yeah, so you just do wave dash off, press B as soon as you're airborne, and then just start holding in. So like, it's like B, then in on the next possible frame. And it's not that strict, I don't think, but because like I do it pretty consistently. But I also don't like worry about fast falling the laser. So maybe if you're like trying to fast fall the laser, that's making it harder for you.
Don't you have to press forward before you press B? Because like it'll like reverse the laser.
It depends on your wave dash angle. But
Oh.
yeah, like if you do a very shallow wave dash where like you're going from like here to the ledge where it's very shallow, it doesn't count as a B reverse input, and that's where you were, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
I
Um,
never thought about that. Okay, I didn't know that's how
but
it
yeah, I mean,
worked.
I do it in both cases. Um, so like if you wave dash there, unless you did like an unnecessarily long wave dash, it wouldn't reverse. But even if it did, I would do what you said. Do what you said. I would just like hit the B input or hit the dash, not dash. Hit the control stick to the right. Like release it right away and then press B. And I
Okay.
feel like if you time it correctly, you can do it either way. So like you
Okay.
can stop your drift from going towards the ledge, and then do a delayed laser.
Okay.
But yeah, so the other option is like you could short hop off and then do the laser. That's like a little lazier, but definitely
Yeah.
easier.
Okay.
And then the other option is like full hopping and either threatening landing on top plat or like drifting back to side plat. And that's something Mango does a lot.
Mhm. I feel like when I'm on top plat, I also have trouble getting down just because they're like dash dancing under me, and I like
Mm-hmm.
feel like I have to like go to side plat, but then they're like still under me, and then like I don't know.
Yeah, I
I don't
mean,
know how
it's
to
definitely
get.
not easy because it's just Marth under you with the sword, but I think you can usually fake them out. Um, I don't
So
know
like you just
how
keep
else to
jumping
explain it.
around until they like
Yeah,
commit to something.
like do it dash chance and then like run off this side, and then like if he's gonna prevent you from landing on the side plat, then he has to like attack, right? But then you could just
Mm.
double jump waveland back on the top plat. There's no way he could possibly react. So you just have to make them commit and then immediately go to the other side or like punish them.
Okay.
So the other option is like dash dance like close to the ledge and make it look like you're gonna run off. Marth does like a jump up here, and then you just like let him whiff the up air and then hit him. So
Okay.
you have options. Just focus on like faking him out and making him commit because like you can stay up there for a long time, especially on like Battlefield and Dreamland. If you're just like ready to light shield when he gets close, and you're ready to like roll out of the way if he does like a tricky nil, a no impact land.
Mm.
But other than that, like he has no real way of hitting you.
Okay.
So yeah. Nice.
It was a slow. It was a bad Firebird grab.
Yeah, I think even with it, maybe you could have gotten it, but you probably like were less confident about the timing of your ledge grab because of how wonky it looked. So you can act on this frame. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you had 13 frames to get a back air out. That was doable. But like I
Okay.
said, I think the timing, your timing was messed up because of the how delayed it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe just consider doing like a wave dash or short hop one, just so it's more consistent.
Okay. Sure.
And then remember the other alternative is like if you see him this close and you're like, oh shit, I messed up my my ledge hop back air. You can do the ledge stand,
Mm-hmm.
or like maybe even get up attack sometimes if you need to hog a little bit longer. But like
Okay.
if you do the ledge attack and then he air dodges on, your like ledge attack ends closer to the ledge. Like it goes out and then pulls back. So
Yeah.
it's like a ledge roll, but you end closer to the ledge. So that can
Okay.
be good too. And the idea behind both of those is just to hog the ledge so that this double jump falls below. It's like you only need to hog until he's like down here and can no longer grab.
Okay. So just at all costs, like don't let him grab the ledge with his double jump.
Yeah, pretty much. I wouldn't say at all costs. Like you should be safe because it's still
Oh, yeah.
Marth on the ledge. But yeah. Okay, did we get too close to the corner? Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay. Surprised you downed there. Let's see. It's like this is like a perfect whiff punish, but then you downer. So
Hmm.
I mean, like it's not the worst thing in the world, obviously, but you have to get the tech chase after. That's why I prefer
Would
near.
you run up shield, or how do you
Well,
like you just get a tech?
you can. crouch it. Let me see. Maybe you can attack Marth in between hits. So if you held down and in, you would have been close enough.
Yeah, that's something I don't do, but I need to.
I didn't do it for the longest time until Ginger kept telling me to do it, and I was like, yeah, you're right. And now I do it every time, and I'm like, oh, this is so much easier. The catch is, when you do the down forward, you have to keep in mind you're going to get hit by both hits of the get up attack much more often. So you have to like delay your F smash a little, if that makes sense. So like, let me see. So like, imagine you were on the right side of his get up attack. You might be used to, if you're just holding straight down, you'd be used to getting hit by that and then F smashing right away. But if you're holding down forward on the right side, you get hit by the first hit, and then maybe the second hit also hits, and then you'd get messed up by that. So you just have to learn to time it for both hits if you're doing down and towards.
Yeah.
And there's no downside to timing it that way anyways. And then just probably just DI in here towards center. I think you just didn't react though. You probably know that that's like obviously that's not like a viable option to go straight up there.
Okay.
Okay. This is rare weak shine grab. Oh wait. Okay.
Yeah, I think I was messed up. Did he like power shield or something?
He did power shield, but you shined him.
I was still close enough.
New jab. So maybe you just thought you had to jab
because I was.
But even after the jab, you shine. So this is what I was referring to before. With like the skinny characters.
Yeah.
So like, see how like your shine is 100% gonna confirm in a shine grab here, right? I mean, not like 100%, but your shine is gonna hit his shield, and then you have massive frame advantage.
It looks like it, yeah.
It'll easily hit his shield.
And yeah, it looks like shine is good here, but then like when he grabs, it misses, right?
Yeah, as soon as he grabs, you can see like instead of only needing to touch this bubble, you need to touch. Oh wait, he moves. Okay, so like you only need to touch the very edge of this shield in order to get some frame advantage. But as soon as he grabs, now it's like even though it was like you were dead center of the edge of his shield, and now even you're not even close really. You could like move a little closer and still not hit him. Yeah. So that's what I was referring to by like the Marth pulling back.
Right. That's tragic.
Yeah. So I'm trying. This is something I'm still working on, but I'm trying to like all these situations where you're like scrapping with Marth, or like after Tex, you just should like never do shine, because it'll work against bad Marths, but the good Marths are always spacing their grabs and their moves outside of shine range, because there's no downside for them, and it's not even that hard with his grab range. So if you ever see yourself doing like right here, if you shine, there's just like no way it's ever gonna hit.
Okay.
You should. Okay. Yeah, I feel like he hasn't approached ever out of grabs or out of lasers, except when he's jumped over them. And I feel like all of those were situations where you were in, you had the advantage, but you like weren't quite ready. It's not like his power shield game is amazing or anything. Okay, so see how like useless his shield pressure is?
I don't know what to do when my back is like turned to them.
I mean, go for the shine. I would wave shine away.
Just wave shine away. Okay.
You could shine turnaround grab, but I'll be honest, that scares me because Marth will
really
still just
slow,
spam
right?
shield grab, and it's 3 frames slower than regular shine grab, and that's assuming you do it perfect. You could get stuck in shine trying to do it perfect. So, yeah, I just go for wave shine away here.
Do you think wave shining into them like that is bad?
Yeah, just because too many Marths will shield grab you, so it's just like, what do you have to gain from wave shining in, right? So like, what's the idea behind wave shine in here? Are you trying to get behind
Just
him?
to, like keep pressuring him.
Okay, but hey, do you think Martha feels pressured?
I don't know.
Okay,
Okay,
so
literally like last
why
week
should he
I
be
was
afraid of the
watching.
shine?
Oh, 'cause it'll hit him if he.
Okay, it hits him, and
I
he
don't know.
DIs all the way out here, right?
Yeah.
Because he's at 19. So that's sort of like my view on it. Like maybe at a kill percent or something, it's a little more viable to go for stuff like this. But
Okay.
yeah, I just feel like you're just spamming shines because like that's the thing to do. But if you like actually wanted to hit him with something meaningful, you would do the wave shine back and re-engage at a difficult timing. So like or dash dance, bait the fair out, re-engage, hit his shield, and initiate shield pressure again. Another thing to keep in mind is like when you disengage and then re-engage on shield pressure, their shield shrinks way faster than like when you're pressuring. So like these shines aren't doing a ton of shield damage. Like his shield is still pretty big, but if you had wave shined away and then done like one more aerial shine, his shield would be smaller than it is now. If he was just like shielding the whole time. So that's something else to consider. Yeah, you're getting way too many lasers not coming out. It's like this is like a great scenario for you. He just did some like laggy aerial, and again he's jumping over it.
Yeah.
So like it didn't matter here. And then you can see, are you gonna nair him out of there? Okay, so slow nairs. This is a problem I had versus Peach. Ginger pointed it out to me. He's like, yeah, you're just doing very slow nairs when you realize they're in their air. So practice like your frame 1 nairs, either frame 1 or frame 2.
Okay.
But that makes a big difference if you're like trying to stuff Marth in the air. You're gonna get it here anyway, but you can see it was like a little closer than it needed to be. And I would probably up tilt there, but I guess the shine works. You can get a decent killer off that. I like up tilt because I feel like you usually get up tilt into a jump shine. So like you up tilt and Marth goes like only up to here because he's only at 30. So like before the shine hit, he was at 30. So if you up tilt and it sends him there, and then you can do dash jump shine and like cross him up, wave land on top plat, and now you're like pillaring him on the platforms. Whereas like this one, I feel like he gets out. I also would go for down air tech chase on platforms.
Okay.
Do you ever practice with the combo trainer in Uncle Punch?
I like using 20XX better because I feel like combos just get reset in Uncle Punch, and I don't like that.
Well, they only get reset if you drop them. But no, I get you.
I feel like there's a lot of times where it's like,
where it's like one
they
frame.
can air dodge out, but it's
Yeah.
like they're not gonna escape the combo. Like,
No, I agree.
you can edge
Yeah,
guard
so I
too,
mean,
like-
regardless of which one you're using, I think just practicing daring them back onto the platform and then reaction tech chasing. It's really strong. I get like ludicrous combos on Marth sometimes. Marth and Sheik, if you like learn to platform tech chase, it's like crazy how much harder you can punish. Because like if he tech rolls in from a down air here, you can like do dash jump shine again, kind of like a spacey, and then you just repeat. You can just like keep daring them back onto the same platform because they'll like try to DI away, and then you down air them. You like cross them up and down air them, and then they don't go very far. And it also can set up for KOs. So like if Marth is at like 110 and you down air him onto this platform, you can position so like land like here. If Marth lands in the middle or tech rolls to the right, you can down tilt both of those, and then if he DIs to the left, you can like F smash or something, or vice versa, like position to down tilt to the left and the tech in place, and then F smash the right and he dies off the side. Or like you can choose to continue the combo with like an up tilt and up air off the top. So you have so many options to tech chase and actually lead to a kill, or at the very least get tons of damage.
Okay.
Whereas like the up air, even if you hit the up air, it's not terrible obviously because you're still just sharking Marth at that point, but I don't see any reason to go for that over down air. Like
Okay.
the worst thing that can happen with down air is he like slides off and he ends up in the corner. But then that's just like a 50-50 because if you had crossed him up with the down air, um, he wouldn't have been able to slide off on both sides usually. Maybe there's like some magic positioning and percent where he can do it, but it's very unlikely.
Okay. That's such a bad dare.
Well, I feel like
That's a bad
once again,
cover.
like you're shooting these lasers. So like the fair whiffs, and then you shoot the second laser. At this point, you should have reacted. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a bit much to ask you to like react and turn around up tilt, even though that would be like sick. But at least like
Uh-huh.
do like a dash jump shine or like a run under shine or a nair or like floating. You could do like a dash jump back air just to like get center stage because you should be focused on getting out of the corner. Oh, okay, you do run forward, so maybe you tried to run and shine here, so you held down.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Okay, so once again, just look at how he's done. Like if you retreat outside of his nair range, something you
Mm.
mentioned you had issues with. So you retreat outside of the range, laser him. What's he gonna do? He's gonna retreat 90% of the time, and then like 10% of the time he'll stay here and like go
Yep.
for a YOLO up tilt, hoping you run into it. But
Yeah.
other than those things, he's not really doing a whole lot of aggression. Like, what? Like what would Marth even do to aggress on you here? Like if you just dashed back
Guess
a
I'm
little
like
to
a
dash dance.
oh.
Let's say you thought he would up tilt and you go for a dash dance with punish, so you're just dash dancing
mm,
outside of his up tilt range. What could Marth do to counter that?
like after his up tilt or like
After you
just like
laser him,
oh.
you're
I think
expecting
he
the up
was
tilt, but Marth wants to be super smart. What would he do that's super smart? Because he does have options. So you're just dash dancing
um
here, waiting for the up tilt.
yeah, in another one of our games, I think he did wave dash forward F tilt.
Okay, but that's way too slow.
Is it?
Like if
I
you're
got
just
hit
dash
by
dancing, waiting to whiff punish something, and you see him wave dash towards you, you can at the very least shield, right?
okay.
So maybe you're
And
underestimating like how slow he is moving forward. Wave dash F tilt is like 20 frames or something.
okay.
I think. Let me see. I'll check it real quick. I mean, wave dash is 14, right? 4 frames of jump squat, um, 10 frames of wave dash lag, and his forward tilt comes out frame 7. So,
Mm,
and then like, okay, let's say he does you're dash dancing here. He does wave dash forward, sour spot, F tilt. Okay, who
yeah.
cares? Like, if that's like the best he's got, then that's like a
So I
sign, right?
should shield on reaction to him wave dashing forward.
I would probably just shine him, but you could shield if you like weren't sure what was going on.
Okay.
I've just
I
gotten
was
it in
thinking
my
he could also
brain that if I see him wave dash forward, I just attack whatever I can do to attack. Maybe I do like a downer if I'm like dash dancing and the JC shine feels weird to hit, which sometimes it is. Just do a downer, or just like dash toward center. Like
yeah.
just decide like, oh, I don't want to fight you here. I'll just dash toward center. So unless he's doing like wave dash forward, F smash in the opposite direction, he's not hitting you. The one option I was expecting you to say was F smash.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. Like
Yeah.
sometimes they like walk forward F smash.
So I mean that's just them literally hard reading, and it's just like I think you just have to accept that that's a reality that you could get F smash sometimes. But like what the cost of them being wrong about the F smash is so high, right? So like
Mm.
let's play it back just so we're not like lost in where we're actually at. So after this laser,
Yeah.
so not only does he have to threaten you enough with the up tilt that you feel like you have to dash dance instead of just to go in here, um, but he has to read that you're going to dash dance here and then F smash. And if you shield the F smash, he's eating a huge combo. If you just approach with a rising aerial or like cross up aerial, he's getting destroyed. If you do an approaching laser to call out his retreat, he's going to be whiffing an F smash behind you, and then you're going to destroy him in the landing lag. What else might happen? If you go for the immediate grab or shine, you're just going to stuff the F smash during startup. So it's just like
It loses to like everything.
it loses to
basically.
everything except like space outside of his options. So
Okay.
that's why it's known as like a cheesy option, because it's like it just loses to so many things. But Marth that spam F smash will get a lucky win every once in a while because they're playing someone who is playing correctly but doesn't necessarily adapt to the cheesiness of their move selection. Same with
Okay.
like dash attack. The dash attack is obviously much lower risk, and lower reward. But like, if I were coaching a Marth, I wouldn't tell him, "Oh, just F smash if you think they're going to dash dance here." I'd say
Okay.
the best option might be to like do a AC Nair approach. I think that's pretty good here. It still is going to lose because of the startup. So like any immediate attack, a grab, a shine, just like a shuffle, anything aggressive from Falco at all will just beat the Nair. But I think it does a really good job against the dash dance and shield. So like that's probably like his best option if you're playing in the corner there.
So you think Falco's best option is just dash back, like dash dance?
Let me see it again. I probably. I feel like you could have grabbed, but I don't remember. Yeah. So like just going for the grab,
No.
and then if they do this roll, if they spot dodge, you can shine him because you're just right on top of him, and his spot dodge isn't that good. And then if he rolls, well then I get laser control for free. So I'm actually like okay with that. The other option I would do is approaching laser, in anticipation of the dash back, or roll in this case.
Okay.
So like,
And
and
when do you like just nair at them? Like, is that ever like a safe or like good option?
in 2021, I really don't think it is. And I've heard Ginger talk about this too. It's just like laser into immediate aerial like works so sparingly and is so risky. It's really hard to say like, oh, this is a pretty good situation for it, because like that's all that Marths care about avoiding these days. And like maybe in the 2025 meta, when Falcos haven't been doing laser into immediate aerial ever, they like all stop doing it. Maybe then it'll like be a counter meta mix up, right? but like, uh, but like the chance that Marth take laser and then dashes back in anticipation of the nair is just too high. And he could even dash forward in anticipation of it. Or if he shields.
So does that mean like
So
only time I can really like aggress or like approach Marth is like with a grab? Or like
no,
what does
you
that
can do
mean?
running shine. Running shine's pretty good here.
Running shine.
Let me think. I mean, I think it's totally fine to aggress with aerials. You just have to either bait him into doing something first, or you have to make him give up all of his stage so he can't do the dash dance.
So you wouldn't do it just like right after a laser?
I don't see a good reason to. I
Okay.
mean, maybe like if he's shielding and you think you can poke him. And I wish I could tell you I don't do laser into aerials, but I do because it's a habit I've had for a long time because it used to be good.
Right.
But I get punished for it more often than not these days. So I'm actively trying to look at any situation where I do laser into aerial and trying to find an alternative because it just feels that bad these days.
Is that are you just talking about Marth or do you feel like that's
Yeah,
true in
I'm
other
strictly
methods?
talking about Marth.
Okay.
I mean, there's definitely some truth of that in like most characters, but like I'm way more down to like narrate a fox because foxes are more likely to approach. Fox actually has options
Yeah.
that beat laser and laser, right? So there's some incentive, but laser in place is so strong with Falco. It's like why would I care? Why play this dangerous mix-up when Martha's going to give up at the stage anyway? Just like we've seen all game, he's given up stage every time you've lasered him. So it's like, why are you playing this game? Like, let's just watch through. There's the grab, right? So it's like, should you have aerialed there? I don't see a reason to. I mean, that one was in the corner, but like, Oh no. Okay.
Oh, he messed up, thankfully.
Oh, you literally did the up tilt we talked about, right? Do you see this? So shine. So you did the up tilt there. So
Yeah.
look at that height. That's gorgeous, right? It's literally the same exact percent too. Like he was at 38, and I was like, oh, he'll go like right around there. So this is literally
Yeah.
exactly what I was talking about. And then you jump shine,
I
and look,
think
he goes straight up because you crossed him up.
yeah. I do like up tilts and combos a lot, but I don't think I do it as like a combo starter, like right after a nair. I think that's something I need to work in.
Yeah, sometimes it's good there. It is rough after the initial nair because I think sometimes they're like kind of high up, and if you up tilt when they're like already kind of high, then they go too high upwards for you to follow up. Um,
Mm,
but like if they're
okay.
still pretty low to the ground, I definitely think the up tilt's worth it. Okay,
Okay.
so right there I wouldn't have gone for it. Let me see if you had a better option.
I think it
Up
was
tilt.
like last stock, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I need to convert,
So I
or
would
I'm
have
gonna lose.
wave landed to the left. Oh, you did a little. Okay, so probably down air. It's rough here because
Really?
like I'd want to down air him on the left side of his body onto this top plat and tech chase, but to get the down air, you'd probably have to end up down here. So the other
Mm,
alternative would just be down air him right here, and hopefully he DIs in and you can tech chase on top plat. And if he DIs to side plat, well, your combo is going to be like a little messy because then he'll be like he won't go flying into the platform, but like he'll go down to the platform, probably have to tech, and then you can like run off and at least pressure a little. You probably wouldn't get a true follow up. So the up tilt's not terrible, all things considered. Like there wasn't much you could do, but I do prefer the down air.
okay.
And then like once you
So
have him up
here, I
here,
should probably get under him, right?
hmm
And like up tilt again.
I would turn. I wouldn't even go for up tilt because you want to push him off stage at this point. So I would like, you could even like roll to the edge of this platform, but just like turn around and threaten back airs. Like any rising back air you can
Mm,
threaten, but like instead we're going above, which is really
yeah.
common versus Marth. Like almost every Falco does this at some point, where they overextend during combos and end up above Marth.
Yeah.
If you watch Ginger, he's really good at never doing that. It's actually crazy because like he'll be in a situation where you will swear he's about to jump off of like the platform. He just does like so he'll do this up tilt and then he'll just like run and fast fall to the platform and already be sharking right away. So he's like
Mm,
really
yeah.
quick at it.
Makes sense.
And like look at how bad it went just because of that one mistake, right? This is like how Marth players win. Like no skill at all. I'm calling you out, Marth players, right here, right now. You have no skill. You're just waiting for this poor Falco who just wants to combo. He just wants to play melee and do cool stuff. But no, I'm gonna
Yeah.
just like throw out a bunch of aerials and up tilts. Hey, look, I hit him.
Uh,
F smash, boom.
I don't know
Disgusting.
what to do after I like after I like slide off the platform there. I feel like I either fall and they like hit me or like I jump
The
and then they
obvious
like
thing to
still hit
do
me.
is to just like 3/4 mid shorten and ledge cancel on the other edge. That's like the
What?
obvious easy option. The other thing you can do, the real option is to like double jump and
Uh,
then actually go for a ledge cancel on this one. I think that one's
okay.
actually better.
Okay.
See, you even did the double jump. Like you have to be ready, and it's like hard. Uh, and then like once you do this, like the downer was just like pure
So
panic. You could at least like air dodge to the platform or like do like some sort of waveland tricky movement or something.
yeah.
Um,
Guess I thought he'd like jump at me, but
yeah,
yeah. The side
he
B would
he
still
doesn't really
work,
have any
right?
incentive to.
Yeah.
I guess maybe the incentive would be to keep you from getting your jump back, but
Yeah.
you're giving him too much credit.
Hmm.
All right,
Right.
so
We probably
I
that's
know we
we're out of time, right?
yeah we're out of time, but did you have any last minute questions?
Um, You think you could like summarize just like the biggest things you noticed for me to like improve on?
I can go back through and write my notes. That's what I do for everyone. Because I usually just like rewatch. Because it's too hard to keep notes while we're talking. So that's
Yeah.
what I do. So I'll have that
Are you
summarized.
gonna you put it on YouTube so I can see, or
Yep,
you
it's
record it? Okay,
recording.
cool. Um,
So it should be up within like a week probably. I have a lot of lessons to upload still.
okay. I guess I'll probably let you go then.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send
Thanks
it
a lot.
over in a bit. Maybe like 20 minutes.
Okay, that's cool. Um, as for like the next lessons, I think I'm probably gonna, like I told you, I got 4 lessons,
Right.
so I'm probably gonna stagger them, like maybe just once a month. Is that okay?
Yeah, totally. Whenever you're
Okay.
comfortable with it. I usually just recommend
Okay.
that students at least do like at least try to address like each line on the notes I give them.
Okay.
Um, so, and I mean, it doesn't have to be like you've completely mastered everything on the first one, but at least
I'm
have
just
like
the Marth
attempted it.
master.
Yeah.
Okay. All
All right, man.
right. Sounds
Well,
good.
have a good night.
At you too. Peace.
Bye.